Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Daily Extra here on Patreon. And we're talking about the young players. The players we're not allowed to sign anymore.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about in a moment. The under-18s won at the weekend 10-0.
Yeah.
Which is good.
It's impressive.
The under-23s have been doing quite well, which is good.
Which is good. 16's doing very well as well.
Well, they should be.
Basically,
They're stealing all the players from everywhere else. That's the worst thing. I don't think anyone we tried to tap up actually signed for us.
No.
So that makes it even worse.
That's mad.
But obviously Ellis Sims doing very, very well for the under-18s. There's he's had a couple of cameos for the under-23s, not too much. But a lot of people getting excited about him. His name, it's one of those things where, and I've seen it so many times, and you'll have seen it so many times. You hear about a kid scoring bags of goals, and the first thing you want to do is just get excited because we've got one, we finally got one. But you know what do you think about this when you see all the videos and stuff that Everton put out? Because they're putting the YouTube stuff out and all that, which is good. We sat here and watched it, and it's all really great. But do you think that might just be a little bit? It's sometimes better maybe to keep these kids under the radar.
I don't know, because I think what you have to do is you've got to, in the age we're in now, people want to see these kids, don't they? They want to see the action. They want to see them playing in the games and stuff. And for a few years it was like, can't talk about the kid. Remember, people wouldn't let reporters into people even reporting on the games because you weren't allowed to. So there's been a little bit of a change in that. I think from a player's point of view, it's probably better that it is all televised and stuff, and you can see the goals and things, and because it gets them used to seeing themselves, playing and stuff because you've got to give these lads as much of a rounded education around football as what you can. This is what it'll be like when you're on the telly. This is what it'll be like, when people are showing an interest in you and you're getting more noticed and things like that. But from an actual perspective of the game, it's a strange one, because you hear about all the, you'd always want a lad who's coming through as a goal scorer. We always want that. And we want them to make the pathway right through into the... Yeah. We basically want Michael Owen, Robbie Fowler, them kind of players who came through Liverpool's ranks, banged goals in, done it at the top level. We had Franny Jeffers, who looked brilliant, and who knows what would have happened if Franny would have stayed at Everton. And obviously we had Wayne Rooney, who was the, the golden egg, if you like, of all, young players. He had absolutely everything. And we all got excited about Rooney, and we would all prove right. And we've wanted to get excited about other players since, and we wanted to get excited about players before Wayne. So you're right, every now and again, this lad will bang a lot of goals in, and people will start going, oh my word, he's the real deal. Get him in, And I've already seen it. People going, this lad's got to be worth a chance off the bench when we're putting up with Calvert. I've seen people saying, when we're putting up with Calvert-Lewin. And you're like, the with Dominic Calvert-Lewin is he's a kid himself. He's a kid himself who's had almost a meteoric rise from coming from Sheffield United's youth team to playing in Everton's first team. And he's still learning the game himself. He's getting better and better. He's not nowhere near the finished article. But then when me and you sit and watch, I want to be excited about Ellis Sims, so do you. We want to sit and watch it and go, oh my word, we have got a superstar here. But we watched it.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because I put a tweet out. I'll mention it in a minute.
Okay, but we sat and watched his latest goal haul, which is great, and one of his goals was a peeler. But there's no pressure on the ball.
We watched that game of the under-18s against West Brom, and I wonder who I played against when I was 18, because I never, ever got any of that time or space. I had people down my throat as soon as I got the ball. I had people kicking me left, right and centre. It was physical. You were always worried that, you didn't want to do something because you were worried that it was going to go off and you were going to get it hiding or something. Do you know what I mean? It was a real physical battle. And I watched that video, and those lads could literally do what they wanted on the best surface possible. And it was just it was embarrassing. We've watched a couple of games here where they've won. I think the last one was 7-0 Newcastle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we were watching it and we were just like, what are the opposition doing? And that's not a slant against our lads and them scoring goals. But I did watch it and we both said it. The standard seemed really poor. Just like, it did seem really poor, didn't it? Like a real lack of physical intense. And that's what sort of, that's what makes me think not to get excited. And when I was talking about the tweet before, I actually put a tweet saying that, let's not all get excited about Ellis Sims. I've seen it loads of times, and he actually liked the tweet, but I didn't at him in it. That was the worst thing, and I was like, now I just feel like a dick. But I didn't at him in it. But I wasn't being like, I wasn't being.
No, you weren't saying. I saw that. You weren't saying he was crap.
No,
you were just saying stop getting carried away. Let him just
measure the expectations of.
Let him develop himself.
Yeah, let him. Don't all start, because that's the worst thing when you've got a kid that is there and there's a talk about him and it starts and you get, listen, it's not too bad at the moment because we're doing all right, but if we weren't doing okay, that's when there's that desperation. We've seen, seen it last, sort of late last season and earlier this season with Fraser Hornby.